It's too hot here, it's too cool here. That the first thing we say after we feel uncomfortable when enter the building. So, my name is Syed Nazdman Zahari, my supervisor, Encik Faris bin Muhammad Darus. Today, I'm going to talk about my study, thermal comfort among workers at Tun Razak Library, PITA 2 in UTM Shah Alam. Dear fellow judges, this is my overview for my presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, thermal comfort is condition of mind that express satisfaction with thermal environment. A study on 2022 states that an efficient and conducive working environment including thermal comfort is fundamental to the workers. This assessment can be measured by two factors, which are environmental and personal factor. This is my problem statement in this study. Most of the workers spend their time in indoor environment, and the second one is there is very limited study about thermal comfort in the Malaysian library. Next, we go to the objective of my study. The first one is to investigate thermal environmental parameter in different working area, and the second one is to assess workers' thermal comfort using questionnaire. Then, this is my literature review in my study.
Here's some example of a study about thermal comfort in the library.
Dear judges, for my methodology, this is my sampling area. Next, for my methodology, firstly, in the physical measurement, I was used data of instrument. Here are the steps from instrument being set up until data analysis. Secondly, the workers were asked to answer the questionnaire that consists of 3 parts. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my result that been analysed for each sampling area. Firstly, for mean air temperature, we can see that the site C have the highest value, which is 23.23 degrees Celsius compared to the other sampling area. The value is still acceptable limit within the range in the Ashray and the Dosh. Next, for the mean relative humidity, we can see that site A has the highest value compared to the other working area. The value is 61.50%, but this value is still in the acceptable limit range set by the Ashray and the Dosh. Next, for the mean air velocity, the site A have the highest value, which is 0.13% compared to the other working environment. This is still in the acceptable limit in the Ashray and Dosh, which state by 0.15%. One of the factors why this reading is highest is the site A is near to the main entrance. Dear fellow judges, this is my subjective measurement result. Firstly, thermal sensation vote, TSV. The result show the most of the workers feel neutral and comfortable in their working environment. But there are few workers feel slightly warm and slightly cold in their working environment. Next, the thermal acceptance vote. We can see that most of the workers are accept with the air temperature accepted and airflow accepted. We can see that the graph show most of the people workers vote for completely acceptable and acceptable with their working environment. For the relative humidity accepted, we can see that most of the workers completely acceptable and acceptable with their working environment, but there are several workers feel unacceptable with their working environment. This is probably because the individual perception towards relative humidity in their working area. Next, for thermal preference vote. Firstly, for air temperature preference graph, we can see that most of the workers prefer no change in their working environment. But some of the workers prefer there is more cooler and more warmer for their working environment. Secondly, for relative immunity preference, most of the workers vote for no change in their working environment. There are some of workers prefer more dry, and there is several workers prefer slightly damper in their working environment. Lastly, for airflow preference, we can see that most of the workers prefer no change in their working environment, but there are some workers prefer slightly weaker in their working environment. Dear fellow judges, for my conclusion, all environmental parameters in my study in the all location were accepted within the range that set by ASHRAE, Standard and DOSH. Secondly, most of the workers felt natural about air temperature in their working environment, but for the certain places such as low refer rule, the workers felt hot in their working environment. Next, for my recommendation, I list down 2 points that can be useful for future research. Firstly, future research may investigate the effectiveness of environmental modification in enhancing thermal comfort and worker productivity in the library setting. And secondly, future research should conduct an assessment on thermal comfort in Malaysian library, focusing on the thermal comfort that needs of workers. Here are some references that I used in complete my study. Dear fellow judges, this is the end of my presentation. I hope you can give me suggestion to improve my presentation and my research writing for my study. I think that's all from me. Thank you.